just not our day today. I think from start to finish, we just didn't have what we've had the last 6 games. I mean, we've played really, really well. On the road, at home, we showed at Vermont that we can play against one of the top teams even when we didn't shoot the ball well and still have a chance to win. I thought today we got a little down on ourselves when we didn't shoot the ball well. But they're a very good team. They just showed why they're in first place, and I think why they clinched the league this year. Did a great job, Jimmy Ferry and his staff, and so congrats to them. Clearly caught us on a day when we were not our best. My younger brother has an appropriate saying. He says, sometimes you're the bug, sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bug. And, I'm pretty sure I know what it felt like today. So, but no time, you know, and really no reason to dwell on it. There's been too many good games, especially recently. Just get back to that, rebound, go up and play well against Maine, and put us back in a good mindset before heading into the playoffs.
What is it about that basketball team that's allowed them to win 8 in a row?
I wish I could figure it out. You know, even after the game, I asked my staff that. But even leading up to the game, you know, because we didn't play them well last time. So I looked at the teams that played them well and tried to figure out, hey, did they do something differently? Is there something we can do? And you know, I think a lot of it comes down to matchups. And if you ask coaches around the league, they all shake their heads and they say, well, we couldn't beat that team. I don't know, how did you beat them? But, you know, at the same time, we can beat a couple teams that they can't beat. So, you know, at this point, you kind of are who you are. You're not going to change too much schematically. And there are certain matchups that are better for us than others. That's not saying that we can't compete or we couldn't beat a team like that, but we're certainly going to have to play our best. And tonight we didn't.
If there was a positive from today, it was what you got off the bench. JJ played well. Philippe played well. That going forward could be a very important thing for you.
Well, we needed that up front, right? Because Austin's not here. And you got to remember that too. I mean, Austin's such a big piece of what we do. So that we needed, you know, contributions from those guys. And, you know, I don't think our guards had their mojo today. No. If you look at their numbers, they're very atypical. And you're not going to beat the number 1 team in the league when they're shooting the ball as well as they did, unless you're firing on all cylinders. So,
just a question from me. I mean, do you think some of the matchups would have been different, especially in the paint, if Austin had been here? Do you think it could have been, you know, in terms of, like, I mean, he brings a lot physically to the paint, you know, very strong presence, goes up well. Yeah,
obviously I'd like to think so, right? I mean, he's produced a lot for us, and he's a big, strong body defensively. You know, sometimes that's all it takes is a mismatch for us, our advantage. All of a sudden, he can score inside, poses a problem for them, and then, you know, is able to defend their guys. So I'm not sure it would have come down to one guy in this type of game. I mean, I thought that they were better than us across the board. You know, both sides, they earned it, and I thought they earned the America East Championship for sure. In a league that was up and down, and anybody can beat anybody on any given night. At the end of the day, you know, they're going to end up winning 13 or 14 games. They were the most consistent, you know, out of all the teams. So again, congrats to Jim and his staff. You know, I think they've done a really good job this year.
And I do think what they did really does. The preseason poll means nothing, and I think they just demonstrated it.
Obviously, you know, they were picked towards the bottom.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, you look at across the board. You know, Maine and Albany, I think, were picked at the top.
The top, yeah.
Binghamton, you know,
was
is just
in the middle,
riddled with injuries, but I mean, they've been good every year. So nobody thought that they'd be where they are. So, and I don't think Vermont's ever had 4 losses at this point in the season. So it's been a different year, you know, for the league. Obviously, the conditions around college basketball have changed, the environment's changed, and I think we're all adapting to that and trying to figure out our way. But I like my team. I like the progress we've made. I like the improvement that they've shown. They're pretty down right now, as you can imagine. But other than this, I think that they feel good about themselves and they're still enjoying it. So let's put this behind us and let's go get Maine on Tuesday and see what lies ahead.